Hey, welcome to Visibility Hacking Radio. I'm your host, Molle, and I want to take you on an adventure. Not the kind of adventure where you're climbing mountains and you're checking out those beautiful views, a kind of adventure where those of us who have been called on to make a difference, where we literally change the world. You're part of that we. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a visionary leader, if you've been called in any way, shape, or form to do something bigger than you are currently doing, this podcast is dedicated to you. I'm convinced that those of us who have heard this calling, those of us who I like to call visibility hackers, those of us who have been called to do something bigger, are truly, truly here to change the world. Because when we support small businesses, when we support radical thinkers, when we support those of us who are brave enough to stand up and say, I give my talents and my skills however you need them, whether it's serving your community, whether it's literally serving food to your community, as we hear from some incredible entrepreneurs in my world here in Toronto, or whether you're serving your community by providing information and teaching and education and opportunities. It's all about impact entrepreneurship, in my opinion. Impact entrepreneurship on a very fundamental level is about making a difference, whether that's socially making a difference, whether that's choosing to use more environmentally friendly options, whether that's having an ethos and a manifesto that speaks to making a positive difference, whether you're working one-to-one with your customers and your community members, or you're working one-to-many, we are the ones who have been called to make a difference. And so in this podcast, I want to start out with a whole bunch of episodes that focus on the fundamentals of entrepreneurship and visibility. Because if you've been called, you're starting on this new journey. You're starting on this journey of needing three different things. You have a message. That's what we're going to help you sort out, helping you figure out truly what that message is. Second thing is when you amplify that message, you start to collect other people around you. You start to build a movement. And in between that is when you set foot on your mission to make a difference, your mission to use your skills, your talents, your business systems, your available resources to make a difference around you. Whether that's donating finances, whether that's donating your time, whether that's building a business that creates opportunities for those who have been left out for generations. If you truly want to make a difference and you want to stop whining about what's going wrong in the world, then step up. Follow along with this podcast. Implement every step of the way. Join our community of inspired entrepreneurs who are truly making a difference in their families, making a difference in their communities, and truly making a difference in terms of generations. See, I'll tell you a little story. When I was growing up, when I was a little girl, there wasn't this option for me to be an entrepreneur. Business, those kinds of things, those were better left to the men. I love my grandfather, may he rest in peace, but he believed that women should be left in the kitchen, that they should be quiet, that they should be taking care of the home, which maybe made sense back then, I don't know, but it sure didn't make sense when I was growing up. But I didn't really push back. Not until I grew up, not until I decided to forge my own path, but I grew up in this ethos. My grandfather was this great businessman, But I never got to learn from that. I never got to be part of those discussions. I never had that relationship with my grandfather where he would mentor me towards success in that realm. And it was because I was a woman. And so for me, once I started on the journey of entrepreneurship, once I realized that I could spend my time connecting with other entrepreneurs, and I soon realized, like, there are tons of badass female entrepreneurs. There are tons of badass male entrepreneurs who don't have that same crazy idea that my grandfather had. Instead, we are a generation that is changing what it means to be in business, what it means to have that power and those relationships and those resources. And so I want to stand here as an example to those starting their journey. I want to be the voice for me 20 years ago saying, you know what, don't listen to him, come. Let me share those resources. Let me mentor you. Let me take you under your wing, because truly, we are bred for something bigger. I heard that calling long, long ago in my life, and that's a story for another day. But I want to leave you with this. I promise to you that every time I sit down at this microphone to record a new episode, I have each and every one of you in mind. I want you to participate in the discussions. We're playing around with different podcasting technology that allows you, our lovely, lovely listeners, to leave us voicemails, ask questions. I want these resources to be valuable to you in your journey of making a difference. We're going to talk about content planning. We're going to talk about how do we get more attention to our message, our mission, and our movement. Why? Because I want the world to be a better place every day than it was when we woke up. So if you want to engage in this crazy journey with me, then why not subscribe? And heck, why not share this with someone you think needs to hear this message? So without further ado, introducing our brand new podcast intro.
Welcome to Visibility Hacking Radio, where we empower visionary leaders to amplify their message, ignite their mission, and unleash their movement. Are you ready to create a lasting impact and reach new heights? Let's dive in. Hosted by Toronto's own Molle, a seasoned expert in out-of-the-box branding for visionary leaders, Visibility Hacking Radio brings you valuable insights, powerful strategies, and actionable tips from leading experts and entrepreneurs. Get ready to be inspired, informed, and transformed as we dive into today's episode of Visibility Hacking Radio. Amplify your message, ignite your mission, and unleash your movement.